Hi all, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you the whole process on how to create and launch Facebook ads. I'm gonna go through the whole process from A to Z, starting with campaign objective, how to set up your ad account, which metrics to track, different types of audiences, different types of placements, cost cap, and the list goes on. Along the way, I'm gonna share with you some tips and ideas that you can test with your Facebook ads and how to be successful with them. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Alex. I own a six-figure marketing agency. We primarily help e-commerce businesses scale through Meta ads, email marketing, Google ads, TikTok ads, and Pinterest ads. I've had my agency for more than 3 years now, and I've worked with closely 70 to 80 different businesses in the past 3 years. So without further ado, let's hop into my computer and I'll walk you through the whole process on how to create Facebook ads in 2023. So here we are in my computer, and as you can see, this is a test account that I'm using for YouTube videos like this one. And let's start with how to set up your ad account and what metrics to track. Now, as you can see, all of these metrics I am tracking, and the pattern here that you can see is, first I want to see how much I've spent, how much I've generated, and what's the ROAS and the budget. Now, these are the four metrics that I want to see first, and after that we structure the metrics following the customer journey, and this is specifically for e-com. If you want me to show you how to set up your ad account and what metrics to track for lead gen businesses, please do let me know in the comments and I will record a video on that. But let's start. Now you have CPM. This is basically how much it costs you for 1,000 impressions. This doesn't mean that this is gonna be the cost for 1,000 different people, because some people you might reach them twice, 3 times, and this is gonna count as 3 impressions, not as 1. So this is not unique impressions, this is total impressions. Then you have reach, how many accounts you have reached, frequency, how often the ads are being shown to the people you're targeting, unique click-through rate O, and if you hover over the actual metric, it's gonna show you the meaning and what is tracking. So the percentage of center accounts that saw your ad and performed a unique click. Next, we have unique clicks O, the number of center accounts, and when you see center accounts, this means unique people on Facebook who have accounts. Now, if you have, let's say, if you want to read the whole thing, you're just simply gonna click here and it's gonna take you to an article and you can check what exactly means. And unique clicks all, this is gonna be, if this is gonna count clicks even when people, let's say, click on the ad without clicking through the website. So if you have a longer ad copy and people need to click see more to see the whole copy, this is gonna count as a click. Unique click-through rate, now this is the percentage of Facebook accounts that saw your ad and performed a link click that went to your website. Then the number of accounts that perform a link click. Then we have landing page views. So this is very important to see. You can check how many people clicked on your ads and how many went on the website. So if you see a big discrepancy of people who click to go to your website, but they don't count as landing page views, this means that either your website loading speed is slow, or there is some kind of an issue from preventing people to go to the website. Then after landing page views, you have content views. This is basically how many people checked a specific product on your website. Then you have add to carts. This again, how many people added to cart. And if you see a big discrepancy of people who see a product on your website but do not add to cart, this means that you need to optimize your product page. Next, we have checkout initiated and purchases. Again, if you see big discrepancy of people who add to cart, initiate checkout, and purchase, you need to go through the whole process. You need to add a product to your cart, you need to start the checkout, and you need to purchase. This way you can analyze everything and you can see where people drop out and why they might be dropping out. And then we have cost per unique link click, cost per content view, cost per add to cart, cost per initiate checkout, and cost per purchase. So as you can see, we're going through the whole customer journey of when they see the ad all the way to purchase. This way, when you have every step one after the other, you can see where in the whole customer journey is the bottleneck and what needs to be fixed. Now, enough with the account structure. Let's go on how you can actually create a campaign. Now you're gonna hit the green button create, and you're gonna have different campaign objectives. Now, this is very important. Facebook is really good at giving you what you optimize your campaigns for. So if you choose the campaign objective to be traffic, you're not gonna get sales, or you're not gonna get that many sales. You can see here, when you select traffic, Facebook tells you this campaign objective is good for link clicks, landing page views, Messenger and WhatsApp, and calls. But it doesn't tell you that it's good for sales or purchases or conversions. When you go to sales and select it, you can see this campaign objective is good for conversions, catalog sales, Messenger, Instagram and WhatsApp, and calls. So if you want to generate more sales, please use the sale objective. Don't use the traffic or awareness, leads, app promotion, and engagement. So again, Facebook is really good of giving you what you ask for. And believe me, they have all of the data on who buys, who just clicks and goes to the website and doesn't buy, who is the person who's gonna add to cart but they don't buy again. So be careful with your campaign objective, because if you choose the wrong campaign objective, regardless of which audience you're targeting, regardless of what creative you're using, regardless of how good your website and product is, your campaigns are simply not gonna convert. So again, sales is the objective you wanna use if you want to get more sales. Hit continue. Now, let's start with campaign name. This is where you're gonna name your campaigns. Now, setting up names for your campaign, ad set, and ad, it's really important, because the better and understandable you name your campaigns, ad sets, and ads, the easier it will be for you to track everything and go through the campaigns. Now, how I usually name my campaigns is I go with either, depending on the different stage of the funnel, so either top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel. Then you will also have repurchase, so this means repeat customers. But let's go with top of funnel, which is basically prospecting. So we go top of funnel. Now, if you're an agency, you would want to add your agency name, so for example Titan, or if you're an e-commerce owner, just add your name. So eventually, if you start working with an agency, they can easily identify which campaigns are yours, which are theirs, etc. So let's go with top of funnel, Titan. Then I would add different countries, because let's say if I am working on an account that we're selling to multiple countries, let's say the United States, then we have countries in Europe like Germany, United Kingdom. I usually, in the beginning, in the testing phase, I usually have each individual country separately. This way I can evaluate which of the countries are performing better, so I can scale those and turn off the ones that do not perform well. So we're gonna go top of funnel, Titan, US, and then the date on which you have created the campaign. So let's go 18th of June 2023. Then special ad categories. With this, you probably not gonna need this, because if it's for credit opportunities, you can do it here. Job offers is another one that you need to tell Facebook that you're advertising for. Housing and social issues, elections and politics. But again, I've never used any of those, so if you're here, I would assume you won't need them as well. Then we have buying type, leave it as auction. Campaign objective, we already selected that in the beginning. And then select a catalog to reach the people most likely to engage with your products. You can also select your catalog at the ad level to use as a creative only. Now, when we go to the ad level, I'm gonna show you. Then click more options, campaign spending limit. I've never used it, but if you want to do it, test it. But I never use it because, let's say the campaign spending limit is $1,000. Your campaign is not performing in the beginning, but let's say around the $700, your campaign starts performing, and it's gonna stop when it reaches 1,000. When it stops at 1,000, when you relaunch it, you need to create a new campaign, or you need to remove the spending limit. When you do it, you're gonna hurt the campaign optimization, and it's most likely gonna stop performing, and you're not gonna get the results you had before. A/B testing, I never use it, but because you can A/B test basically with your ad set levels and in the ad level, so I don't really use it. Advantage campaign budget. Now, again, if you click this, this is basically a CBO, which means campaign budget optimization, and you set the budget on the actual campaign, not on the actual ad set level. When the budget is set on the campaign, Facebook will decide on which audiences and ad sets to spend the budget. This way, you don't have control over where the money is going, and Facebook is going to choose where to put more money depending on the size on the audience, not necessarily their performance, because let's say if you have an audience targeting, let's say, people interested in marketing, you're going to have, for example, let's say 10 million people, but the other ad set is going to be just broad, all people in the United States, that's going to be around 330 million, and Facebook is going to spend the majority on the budget on the broad audience, regardless if the marketing audience is performing better. So I use this only when I am scaling. And again, I have another video where I explain how to scale your campaigns. You can click above and watch it after this video. Then we're gonna hit next. Ad set name. Now, I usually add the ad set name after I do all of the settings on the ad set level. So let's start with conversion location. You want people to go to your website and convert there. If you're promoting an app, you can choose this option. Website and app, same thing, messaging apps, calls, etc. Performance goal, I usually always leave it at maximized number of conversions. Pixel, you select your pixel here. Conversion event, again, if you want more purchases, select purchases. Don't select add to cart or link clicks or whatever. Just select purchases. So let's go with purchase. Cost per result, this is basically cost cap. Now, here, the number you add is gonna tell Facebook. So let's add a random number 50. You're telling Facebook, find me people who are most likely to convert up to $50. So this is your target cost per acquisition. And as you can see here, Meta will aim to get most purchases and try to keep the average cost per purchase around $50. Some results may cost more and some may cost less. But if your account is fresh, you're just starting out, I wouldn't recommend you to do so, because this works when you have a ton of data on the pixel. And if you're just starting out with ads, don't use it, because it's not gonna work. Then you're gonna click show more options. Attribution settings. Now, most of the time I use 7 days after click or 1 day after view. Now, what attribution settings mean is Facebook is gonna optimize your ads for people who are most likely to purchase between 1 and 7 days after they click on the ad or 1 day after they see the ad on Facebook. Now you have a lot of different options, not a lot, but you have some options. 1 day click or view. I usually click 1 day click or view if I have a product or a service that I'm promoting, which is more spontaneous purchase. So let's say, for example, people who sell fidget spinners, for example, this is very impulsive decision, cheap product, so this is definitely gonna work. But again, test both. But 95% of the time, I'm using 7 day click or 1 day view. When you're charged by impressions, you can't edit this. Delivery type standard, you can't edit this. Dynamic creative, I don't usually use it, because with dynamic creatives, you can't actually track what is working and what is not working, because Facebook is gonna provide, you can see here, provide creative elements such as images, headlines, and will automatically generate combinations optimized for your audience. Variations may include different formats, templates, or audio based on one or more elements. Again, Facebook is gonna mix and match different creatives with headlines, with copy, and you can't track which copy, which creative is working. Daily budget, this is gonna be basically how much you want Facebook to spend per day. And you can see here, you will spend up to $25 on some days and less on others. You will spend an average of $20 per day and no more than $140 per calendar week on currently delivering ad sets. So don't panic if you see that your ads do not spend a little bit over $20 or less than $20. On average per week, you're gonna hit exactly $140. Start and end date. I usually use this when we have, let's say, a flash sale or Black Friday sale. So it makes the process a little bit more automatic and I don't need to worry if I forget when to stop a sale. So highly recommend you to do it when you have, let's say, different sales or events that you're promoting with an end date. Then we go to the next one. Here you can create different audiences. Now you have two different types of audiences: custom audiences and detailed targeting. Custom audiences is basically you're gonna create different audiences based on their behavior on your Facebook, Instagram page, or on your website. Or you can upload a customer list. Now, all of the different options are the following. So first you need to select the source. Is it website, app activity, catalog, customer list, offline activity? Then meta sources: video, lead form, instant experience, shopping, AR, Instagram, events, Facebook page, on Facebook listings. The most common one I use is Facebook events. So click website events, click website, hit next. And this is what is gonna pop up. Now, source, make sure you select the right pixel. Then you're gonna have all of the different events that you set up here. Now, because this is a test account, I have not set a pixel, I do not have any events, but you'll be able to choose people who, let's say, who purchased, people who added to cart, people who viewed a specific page on the website, and you just basically select website visitors. Retention, with all of the website events, you can go all the way up to last 180 days. If you click 181, you can see value must be less than 180. So hit 180 or 30, 60, whatever you want to do. If you're just starting out, I would recommend you to go with, let's say, maximum 180 because you're gonna have a small audience to retarget. But if you've been in business for a while, if you're generating at least $20,000 per month, you can go with 30 because you're gonna have enough audience to retarget. Then with the audience name, I go with, again, website visitors, 30 days, and I add the name of the business. So for example, let's say Titan Agency. You can add a description, but with the naming conventions, you'll be good to go. Okay, the next common ones that I'm using is customer list. You're gonna click customer list. You can download your customer list from Shopify. You can do this from any email marketing platforms that you want to add. And once you download it as a CSV, you're gonna click next. And here it tells you, does your list include a column for customer value? So basically, if they made purchase, how much was the purchase, etc. If yes, hit yes. If no, hit no. Click next and upload your customer list. And that's it. With map identifiers is basically you need to match with what it says on the CSV file with Facebook. So basically on the column where it's the first name, you're gonna click first name. Then where it's the email, you're gonna hit email. The more data points you can match, the easier it will be for Facebook to find those people. So again, add as much information as you can. Next, we have video. Now with video, what you can do is basically retarget people who have watched your videos on Facebook or Instagram. You can select people who have viewed at least 3 seconds, at least 10 seconds, who have watched at least 25%, 50, 75, 95. Again, with the audience name, video views, for example, 95%, business name. And the last two that I'm using is Instagram account and Facebook page. They're very similar to each other. So I'm just gonna go through the Instagram account, hit next. So once you're here, you can select different events. So you can select everyone who has engaged with this professional account, accounts who started following this personal account. So all of your followers, anyone who visited the professional accounts profile, anyone who engaged with any post or ad, or anyone who have saved any post or ad. Now, the different thing about selecting custom audiences from your social media pages than your website is that you can go all the way up to 365 days. So if you go with, let's say, 366, you can see it must be 365. You can also exclude people, you can include more people, an audience name, just again, IG engagement, last 365 days, business name, hit create audience, and that's it. Another thing you can do with the custom audiences, you can create a lookalike audience from them. Now, in the last 1 or maybe 2 years, lookalike audiences are not working as well as they used to do. So most of the time I'm sticking with interest-based audiences, but I'm just gonna show you how you can create a lookalike audience. Once you create your custom audience, you hit lookalike audience, select the source. So for example, if you have uploaded your customer list, you can select your customer list here, select an audience location. You can do United States. And here you can choose the percentage of the lookalike audience you want to have. Now, as you can see here, 0 to 1%, that's 2.8 million. That's the size of the audience. If you go to 2%, it jumps to 5.5. And if you go all the way to 10%, it goes to 27.7. Now, bear in mind, the lower the percentage, the more targeted the audience will be. And another thing about lookalike audience, don't create a lookalike audience of a customer list if you have, let's say, just 50 customers, because the data pool is not big enough. I would recommend you to have at least 1,000 different events. So for example, at least 1,000 purchases to be able to create a lookalike audience. Next, location. Now with location, you can select United States. You can go with different cities if you want to. So you can choose Manchester, like you can even go neighborhoods. You can go addresses. Let's do London, for example. So you can select again a neighborhood. You can select the city of London. You can select, for example, let's go with London. And let's do this neighborhood here. And you're basically targeting the neighborhood. What you can do also is add a specific street address. And when you add a specific street address or a location, you can select what's going to be the radius of people you're targeting. So for example, if you choose a specific location in London, you can target people within 80 kilometers of that location. And you can see it here on the map when you select it. Next, we have age. Then we have gender, detailed targeting. Now here is where you choose your different interests. So you can select, let's say, fashion accessories. And when you select the actual audience, on the right hand side, you're going to be able to see the audience size. Let's wait it to load, please. So there you go. You have the audience fashion accessories in the United States is between 119 million to 140 million. Estimated daily results, I never look at this because it's inaccurate, so don't pay attention to it. Reach is probably close to what it does, but conversions, you're not gonna get 11 conversions for, let's say, $20 a day. You're simply not gonna get them unless you're selling a very cheap and really good product. But let's continue. You can also exclude different audiences. I usually, with accounts that were spending more money, what I do is I actually exclude people who are already our customers. So here you're gonna add your interest, and on top where it's your custom audience, you're gonna hit exclude. And my audience that I create from purchasers, I usually name it PUR 180. Once you have it created, it's gonna be here. Just select it, and it's gonna look something like this. And it's gonna exclude it from your targeting. It's not gonna be 100% accurate, but it's gonna exclude most of the people that you can track. Then scrolling down, we have languages. If you're selling products just to people speaking English, do it. Then if you have Spanish, again, this is gonna depend on the copy you're using in your ad level. So if you're targeting Spanish people in the States, I would go with Spanish here. Then we have placements. Most of the time I use Advantage Plus placement, so it's gonna go on all platforms that Facebook has. But if you're trying to promote Reels specifically, you're gonna click manual placement. Then you're gonna deselect feed, and you're gonna deselect all of the rest. And you're gonna leave just stories and Reels, because if you add a Reel with the size of 9 to 16 on the feed, is gonna be cut, so it's not gonna look good. But most of the time I use, again, advanced placement. If you're promoting Reels, hit manual placement. And now, once your entire ad set is set up, we're gonna go to the naming convention. So what we're gonna do here, first we're gonna add the audience we're targeting, so fashion accessories. Then we have the country, US, we're targeting people 18 to 65. We haven't specified a gender, so I don't mention that. We have not specified a placement, so I don't mention that as well. And let's see if I'm forgetting something. Budget we don't need, country we have, age we have, interest we have, and yeah. So the more you select, just add it on the naming convention, because if you have with time 10-20 different ad sets, when you go to the ad set level, you'll be able to see fashion accessories US 18 to 65. So you don't need to log in to get into this page to see what exactly you're targeting. So hit next. Here is where you create the ad that shows on people's feed, stories, etc. So always have the ad preview on so you can see what you're doing. Now the first thing, select your Facebook page and Instagram page. Then the ad setup. If you want to use an existing post that you've posted on Facebook or Instagram, select use existing post, find it, select it, and that's it. Next, we have menu upload or catalog. So if you have a catalog of products, you can select catalog and it's gonna be dynamic. So it's gonna populate all of the, let's say if you're using carousels, all of the images in the carousels with different products, and it's gonna add the link to them. Then we have single images or video. Then we have carousels and collections. Now I'm not gonna go through all of these in depth because there's a lot to cover. I'll create a separate video on those and I'll link it in the description. But basically you hit add media, it's gonna take you to a place where you can upload all of your images, upload them, and that's it. So how you can add media actually, I'm gonna show you. You select add media, add image, let's choose one of those. And here you can see how it's actually gonna look on feed, on stories, and this is on search results. Now you can also crop it so it fits exactly on stories. You can replace it so you can have one image on feed, another one on stories. Hit next, and then you have optimize. You have image brightness, music if you want to add. By default it's gonna be automatic track, so it's gonna be different to every person, but I usually don't use music. 3D animation. So here on the right hand side you can see how the 3D animations are gonna look. So here you can see how it actually the animation is gonna look like, and here is gonna be your primary text. Image brightness and contrast, again what's gonna be the difference. Standard enhancements, and that's it. You hit done. Primary text is gonna go here, headline is gonna go here, and description. You can also add different options, and Facebook automatically is gonna match different text with image, with the creative. But again, I don't usually use this because you won't be able to track what's happening, what's working, what's not. Call to action is the blue button here. Info labels, I never use them. Then website, where you're gonna take people after they click on the ad. Display URL. So the display link is gonna go here. You can see displayurl.com. If you have a very long link, what I would recommend you to do is just, let's say, add your businessname.com, because it's gonna look a lot better. So let's say, for example, I own Gymshark and I'm making ads for them. So your website is gonna be Gymshark, then you're gonna have collection, then you're gonna have men's, then tops, and then the name of the product. So you can see how long it looks. Now when you have the display URL just as gymshark.com, the URL here is gonna stay gymshark.com regardless of what the website URL is. Call extensions, instant experience, Facebook event. This is again if you want to send people to a fast loading mobile optimized experience on Facebook. This is where they can purchase from the platform. If you want to add different languages and translation, tracking is here. And the last one, URL parameters, is basically if you use any third-party tools to track data, for example, TripAwell, this is where you're gonna add the URL parameter. If you're also using Google Analytics, you can build your own URL parameters. Campaign source, I always do Facebook ads. Campaign medium, this is the ad set. So in this case, it's gonna be fashion accessories. And let's go 18 to 65 US. Campaign name is your campaign name, so top of funnel, Titan, US, 18. And then campaign content, this is going to be the content. In this case, we can do single image. meme. And then if you have a specific angle you're taking with the copy, you can add it here. And just click apply, and that's it. Hit publish, and hopefully in a few minutes or an hour, your ads are gonna be live and start delivering. But yeah, hope that was helpful. If you have any questions regarding this or I've missed anything, please let me know in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to help you. And if you have an e-commerce business and you want to scale, there's going to be a link in the description below where you can book a call and we can discuss how we can potentially work with you and how we can help you scale your store. If you own a marketing agency and you want to grow your marketing agency, there's going to be again a link in the description. And yeah, if you found value in this video, like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out to get these videos out there. And yeah, thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.